Hi everyone, my name is Mare and this is my YouTube channel all about cross stitch. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I really appreciate all of you spending some of your time with me. Today is Saturday, November 16th, 2024, and this is Flosstube number 12. So I hope everyone is doing well. I have, it's been almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks since my last video. I think I filmed a couple days before Halloween. So I have quite a bit to share with you today. I have some previous fully finishes and some current fully finishes, some finishes, some starts and finishes, couple of whips, some new starts, a little bit of haul, some plans. So, oh, and I have a really awesome, like amazing, once in a lifetime thrift store find. Just so I'm so excited about it. Can't wait to show it to y'all. So I'm just gonna get started. So this is my planner, my stitching planner. This is October. I had 4 starts and 8 finishes in October, so I'm so happy with that. Just trying to get my whip count down. I had 40 in the middle of the summer, and now I think I'm down to like 31 or 32 whips, so um, I'm very happy with that progress. And then this is November. And so far in November, I have 4 starts and 4 finishes. So I'm going to start with the previous FFOs, and these are all turkeys, so they're, you know, Thanksgiving themed, which is relevant right now, I guess. So this one is, relevant? Is that the right word? Okay. Anyway, this one is Tom Turkey, I believe. Strutting Tom. Strutting Tom by Lindy Stitches. And I stitched this on a Brittany khaki. I think it's like a 25 or a 28 count. And I stitched him a couple years ago using all the called for flosses and just made it into a pillow. And then my next one is, this is a freebie from Pinker and Punkin. I don't know the exact name of this one, but it's one of her Saltbox designs. So he's got a turkey on him, and then this is the fabric I used in the back. And I stuffed this one with walnut shells, so it's, you know, will sit on the shelf fairly easily because it's got some weight to it. And I think this one I stitched on just an Ada. And then the last one I have to share is Thankful Quaker by Bent Creek. And I stitched this one on a 25 count maze. I actually purchased this fabric from that cross stitch store in South Carolina when they were going out of business. The name is escaping me right now, but this was a really great fabric to stitch on. And I just finished it on this board that I got for $2 at the thrift store. And this is just kind of it's a really fuzzy fabric, kind of like a velour almost. And then just put some, I think this is Lady Dot chenille trim. So those were my 3 previous fully finishes. Those are the only Thanksgiving pieces that I have, so I need to trying to do like one a year. So now I have some current FFOs. I have 3. This one is actually a start and finish since the last time I saw you. So this was the Boo mini bag by, the pattern is by Shepherd's Bush, and the bag itself is by I think it's So Emma. And I actually stitched this in like one evening. It's very quick. And here's the finish. So I thought I had ordered all of the pearl cotton, but I think that the orange was out, so I didn't get the orange. So instead of the pearl cotton, I think normally this is stitched in like one strand of pearl cotton, but I used DMC for the orange, for the pumpkin, and I believe I used three strands of DMC, and it worked out fine. I mean, honestly, I probably could have done the whole bag in DMC, so lesson learned for future. If I decide to do more of these, the DMC worked out just fine. What I didn't realize when I bought the pattern was that it had buttons, and the pattern didn't come with the buttons, the bag didn't come with the buttons. And I purchased it from 123 Stitch, and I did the thing where you just add everything to your cart, and I thought that, you know, I was getting everything that I needed, but I didn't realize that there was buttons on it. Apparently I didn't look at the chart close enough. But you can see there's like a moon button over the bee, and then there's like a little leaf button, and then there's some buttons for the spider's body. So instead of placing an order, you could get the buttons from just another button company, but knowing me, you know, I would have spent like $8 for the buttons, $5 for shipping and handling, and then I would have said, well, I'm spending the shipping and handling, I might as well add more stuff. So next thing you know, I'd be spending like $50. So just so I could have a pack of buttons. So I said, well, let me see what I have in my button stash. So I did have a little purple one and a little black one that I was able to use for the spider body. And I used a green one for it's not a leaf shape, it's just a round, you know, green button, but it's fine. I think it works out fine. And then the moon, I had a yellow, just a round button that I actually glued on, because it was one of those buttons that had like, on the back, it had like a little knob with one hole in it. So I snipped that off and then just glued the button on there. So I think it's fine. You know, it's a round moon, a full moon instead of a half moon. So I'm really happy with how that came out. Oh, but it's not quite centered. I have an issue with centering for some reason. But my question to you all is, if you have done one of these bags, do you do anything to finish the inside of it? So like in here where it's stitched, do you put, like, I was thinking like I could put felt back there, but then it would show through because the holes are so big, it would show through. Or like interfacing, but then I was worried about ironing it on because this is kind of like a nylon bag. I don't know if it would melt. But I'm thinking I should put something in there to cover it, because like if I use the bag and I'm taking stuff in and out of there, I don't want it to snag on the stitches. So let me know if you have made one of these and what you used to finish the back of it, because I'm not really sure what to do with that. Okay, and then, oh, hang on one sec. Okay, so my next one is Ghosts and Goblins by the Scarlet House. I think I showed this one as a whip in my last video, and I've now finished stitching it and fully finished it. So I finished this in a thrift store frame. I thought it fit perfectly in there. And I stitched this on, it was a Bestitch Me 28 count boneyard, I believe. And I used all the called for. So cute. I love this one so much. It was a lot of fun to stitch. And then I just finished it with some paper on the back, my name and the date. I should probably put the pattern information on the back too. But that is Ghosts and Goblins by the Scarlet House. I started stitching this one last September and finished it, I think I just finished it in October, I believe, or the very beginning of November. And then my last fully finish is, this one is called Pumpkin Row by October House Fiber Arts. And I might have shown this as a finish in my last video, but I had seen somebody on Facebook finish it this exact same way, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I need to do that, because I think that was so cool. So I finished it on a rolling pin. This is a rolling pin that I purchased from a thrift store, and I washed it really, really well because, used rolling pins, they're used to roll out cookies, so they get really greasy and gross. So I washed it really, really well, and then I put interfacing on the back of this just in case there was some grease residue. I didn't want it to, seep through. And then, yeah, I painted the handles to match the stems and put some ribbon on there. And then I was going to just sew it on, but my fabric was fraying really, really bad. So I just decided to glue. I think I just glued just these ends down, and then I put the ribbon on the back to cover the seams. So this was stitched on 28 count. Bestitch Me. I think it's sugar cream pie. And that is my finish. So I'm really happy with this. It's so cute just sitting on the shelf in my kitchen. Okay, so those are all of my fully finishes. And then we're going to go into, I have finishes, regular finishes. So, yeah. So, keeping with the rolling pin theme, I picked this chart up from the freebie table at Stitch New England, and I really wanted to stitch this and finish it on rolling pin also, like she has in the picture. But I measured, so I thought that this fabric was the called for is a 32 count country mocha, and she gives you the size of the rolling pin that she finished it on. She used a classic 18-inch rolling pin. The rolling portion is 10 inches. So my fabric fit the rolling pin, but I thought this was a 32 count something. I forgot what I thought it was, but a 32 count. I thought it was a 32 count scrap from something else that I had stitched. Platinum, maybe? But I think it actually is a 28 count. I took a ruler to it after I had started stitching because I'm like, this is really big. I don't think this is going to fit on the rolling pin. And it's a 28 count. So I also did not center it again. I did not center it properly. So right here on this side, there is a wagon carrying signs with names of apples on it, and I really don't think that that is going to fit. And if it did fit, I mean, it would be like right up to the edge, which wouldn't leave me any room to, I mean, I can't put it in a Q-step. I could, I guess, sew something on there, but I don't know. I was like, I think it just looks fine the way it is. So I just decided to stop here. I added some extra pumpkins, not pumpkins, apples to it. And I think I'm just going to finish it maybe as a flat fold or see if I have a frame. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized I need to do some back stitching in the pie, but that's the finish. I'm just gonna end it like that, and I'm happy with it. I think it still looks cute, and actually, this is going to be a gift, and I think this is going to ship a lot more easily than if I were to finish it on a rolling pin, because that would be really awkward to ship. So that one is a finish. And then I also finished, I showed this one I think as a whip in my last video. This is Hilde's Brew by Bendy Stitchy. This is on a 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. So cute, so tiny. This was another fun stitch. I love her Hilde patterns. I did Hilde's Hayride a couple years ago. And then this one, I believe I showed this one last time as a whip. And this is the the little mini Quaker from the Sip and Stitch box by Primrose Cottage, which, by the way, Sunday, tomorrow, on November 17th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is going to be, I believe, 5 p.m. My time, Pacific Standard Time. They are releasing their Christmas Sip and Stitch box, so I am super excited about that because their last one was so fantastic. They had 3 patterns. I stitched all of them, and so I'm really excited for the Christmas one to come out. But here's my finish on that. And this was on I think I stitched all of these patterns that came in the Sip and Stitch box on a 25 count dovetail by Forbidden Fiber Co. So I probably just finished this as a tiny little pin pillow. And then one more FFO, or not FFO, one more finish. I showed this in my last video as a whip, I believe. Or maybe not a whip at that time, but a plan that I wanted to finish it, and I did finish it. This is Lindy Stitch's November Ocellated Turkey. It's from her monthly stamp series. And I started this one last year, like on or around Thanksgiving, and I finished it, I don't know, a week or so ago. And I'd stitched on the called for, which is a 32 count Silver Moon by Zweigart. And I used all the called for colors. It was, I think I might have used a couple of the weeks, and then the rest I used DMC. So this is my turkey stitch for 2024. I'm probably going to finish that into a pillow, and I do have some of her other bird ones that I want to do eventually. So that is it for my fully finishes. So that apple pie, I don't know if I mentioned, that freshly baked apple pie was by New York Dreamer, and this was a start and finish since the last time I saw you. I think I had said that was, I think I said in my plans that I wanted to stitch that one. I wanted to share this too. This mug is from, I purchased it from Society 6, and it's Cross Stitch Nation, the pattern from Heartstring Samplery. I have another one of these mugs for her Baby It's Cold Outside pattern, and I got these a couple years ago. They're such great mugs. I drink a lot of tea, and it doesn't stain the mug at all. And it's like, I mean, I've had this mug for maybe 2-3 years, and it's held up really well. There's like no chips or cracks in it. The only thing is I do not put it in the dishwasher. I don't know if it's dishwasher safe or not, but my dishwasher has a tendency to fade my mugs. So my really special mugs I don't put in the dishwasher. We did like lower the heat, and it still fades things. So I just hand washed this one, but I love how it doesn't stain. The tea doesn't stain it. Okay, so I had a couple of starts, and I have one whip. Oh, right here. So my whip. This one is Bittersweet Trio by Waxing Moon Designs. I started this one probably 2 years ago, and I started with the fox, and I haven't touched it. I shared this in my very first Flosstube episode in May, which was a mid-year whip parade, and I haven't touched it. I hadn't touched it all year. I don't even know if I touched it last year, but I pulled it out because it is fall, and I have a little bit of a, I was working on this last night, and I was so tired. I was like, I only have this much left, but I was so tired. I was like, I cannot put in another stitch. So I just ended it right there. But this is the fox. So since I shared it in my whip parade, I did, I finished this part of the border. I went over here with the border. I did all of this green vine, the flower. I started the pumpkin in this one. The tail, like, so you can see it's stitched there, and that it's his fur. The same colors called for here and in his cheeks and in this pumpkin, but you can hardly see it on this fabric. The called for is it's a Weeks Dye Works light khaki, but there is a DMC equivalent, which is ecru, and you just can't see it on there. So I'm gonna rip that out and find another color to use in all of the rest of, you know, where it's called for. I'm gonna find something else to use for that. And then the pattern is it's called for with DMC. I mean, I'm sorry, Weeks Dye Works, but there is a DMC conversion, and I usually always do the DMC conversion for my patterns, unless there's like a big, you know, area that has a lot of variegation, then I'll use the variegated floss. But for this one, I used all DMC except for this vine. I did not have the 3362 DMC. So I actually had the Weeks Dye Works called for, which is collared. So that is what I used. But you really can't see any variegation in there, can you? I don't think so. But I actually had the Weeks and not the DMC, so I just used the Weeks on that one. And I'm stitching this one on a it's a DMC printed Ada that I got at Michael's. It's got a bit of it's like it's like a variegated. You can see it's got like oranges and some pinks, and it's just a store Ada from Michael's. And I started this on September 18th of 2022, so in 2 years, that's all I've gotten done. I got 2 more to go, but they're super cute. I actually have started putting, like, I use these as project cards with all my information, like the pattern name, the designer name, my start date. It's a Christmas card, and my mom always taught me to save all of my Christmas cards, and you take you keep the front part, and you can actually use these on presents as gift tags. You know, you just write to whoever and from whatever on it and use it as a nice, cute, decorative gift tag. It's a good way to reuse and recycle. But I've accumulated so many over the years that I wanted to find another use for them, so I decided just to make little project cards that I stick in my bag. You know, it helps me remember when I started it and what I'm stitching on. Okay. The next one is a start. I actually just started this one yesterday, I think. I've had it kitted up for maybe a year. This was supposed to be one of my 24 and 24 that I never got around to. But, well, I guess I kind of did. I mean, I did start it in 2024, so I guess I kind of... But anyway, here it is. We Give Thanks. This is by Calico Confectionary. And I'm stitching this on a 14 count Ada that I tea-dyed myself. And like I said, I just started it yesterday, so I didn't get very far. So I just have like the top left corner in the word give. That's it. That's as far as I've gotten. But at least I've got it started, and I probably won't finish it this year, but it's good to have it started as a whip so that I can work on it next year. And then my last one is a new start. This is from Etsy by Tiny Patterns, and I could not find an actual name for the pattern. I looked all through these pages and I couldn't find a name. So I just call it Girl Pulling a Wagon. I'll actually, I think I have the colored photo. See that? So it's a lot of black, and then just a lot of the motifs are different colored. So it's so pretty. This one I am stitching on a Bestitch Me Vanilla Latte 28 count Lugana. These are all of the called for flosses. It's all DMC. So a lot of really pretty blues and creams. I think I actually ran out of the black, so I need to get more black. But I had seen one other person stitching this on Instagram, and she stitched all the black first and then went in and put all the colors in afterwards. So I'm trying to do that, but you know, black kind of gets tiring after a while, so we'll see how far I actually go before I give in and start putting in some of the colors. But this is as far as I've gotten so far. So I really am enjoying this one, despite all of the black. It's a lot of fun. So this is like her face. That's where I've gotten, is her face and part of her bodice and then part of her hair. So yeah, I really enjoy this one, and looking forward to stitching on it some more again at some point. I need to make myself a new bag. Some new bags. I need a turkey bag for my Thanksgiving. I don't have any turkey bags, so I need to get some turkey fabric so I can make some turkey bags. Okay, so that's all my stitching. Okay, I had to pause for a minute so that I could go grab this because it's extremely heavy. But I found this at a thrift store last week, I believe, for $15. I almost didn't purchase it because it's not quite my style, but I'm so glad that I ended up picking it up because I have it sitting in my dining room in front of my fireplace and until I can hang it up. But the more I look at it, the more I just am absolutely in love with this. But this is it's called Angel of Christmas by Lavender and Lace, and there is no date. Like, I don't know when the person stitched it. There are initials down there in the bottom. They're in golds, so it's very difficult to see. But I mean, and that frame is just amazing. This thing is ginormous. I just can't even imagine like how much this would have cost to frame. But it's so gorgeous. And her face is 1/1. I'm gonna see if I can bring it in closer. So this was professionally framed. It was professionally framed in Maryland. So my sister and I were thinking, oh, somebody probably moved here from Maryland and then, you know, maybe passed away and then their family donated this. But I'm so glad that it was donated and not sent to a landfill. So this will be really great to hang up on my wall for Christmas, and probably all year, because I wouldn't want to risk putting it away somewhere, storing it somewhere, and then having it damaged, you know. So anyway, I'm so excited to find that. Okay. Oh, and then haul of purchases. Not a lot this time. I've actually been pretty good, especially this month, in November. I haven't really purchased anything in November, so I think these are mostly from, maybe one of them's from November. I placed an order with 123 Stitch because I wanted to get this one, Hands-on Design, Winter Folk. I do have Autumn Folk, which is what I actually was planning on stitching first, but never got around to it. And I do have the board that I got from Jessica at Silver State Stitch Shop. But Sarah's Stitchery, and she's Sarah Stitchery on Flosstube, and she's Stitchy Sarah Reads on Instagram. She is hosting a stitch along for this, along with the other Sarah. Oh my goodness, I can't think of her Flosstube right now. Oh shoot. And I watch her videos, but I cannot think of her Flosstube name. I know it'll come to me in 5 minutes. It'll come to me. But they're hosting a stitch along for this, so I think I want to say it starts tomorrow. I don't know. I need to find my fabric and pull flosses for it. But I did get the pearl cotton. It's number 12 pearl cotton, 642, and this will be enough for all 4 of these charts. So I'm really excited to start that one. There's specialty stitches in it, and I haven't really done a whole lot with specialty stitches, so that'll be fun. And then I purchased Erin Elizabeth, the Woodland tier. I love this, so cute. I did the stitchy tier right here, and so I really want to stitch this one. It's really cute, and I love the frame that she has for it. And I also purchased that boo bag and all of the pearl cotton. That was part of the 1, 2, 3 stitch. And then this is the Bent Creek Spooky Row. So cute. And I think that was it for my 1, 2, 3 stitch. And then I made a purchase with Cobweb Corner. Carla from Cobweb Corner has an online shop, and she's been having really great sales on like seasonal things. So a couple weeks ago she had a sale on like autumn and fall patterns. So I picked up Let's Be Thankful by Bent Creek, and I picked up this is called the New World Sampler by Plum Street. I love this so much. My husband and I lived in Plymouth for about 3 years when we first got married, and we later moved to Cape Cod, but my hospital was still in Plymouth, and that's where both my boys were born, in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And we were in a condo down the road, and my husband and I would walk down to downtown Plymouth, and we'd walk by the Mayflower all the time and go to the harbor, and it's just really great. We really enjoyed our time there. It was a really cool place, and so I'm really excited to stitch this one. I also got another Plum Street. This one is Jack's Bash. I know a lot of people have been stitching on this one this past Halloween, so I really like this one too. And then I got Heart and Hand Ye Old Crow sampler. I've seen a lot of people stitching this one, and then they change the color of the pumpkin to orange, and it's really cute. I got another Plum Street. Oh, this is so cute. It's called Rest a While. I'm really into stitching foxes right now. So cute. The acorns and the fox is adorable. And I got, this is another Calico Confectionary. This one I actually got for free because I've ordered from Carla before, and you earn points whenever you order from her, and I had enough points that I was able to get this one for free. So I don't know what it is. There's something about this just totally drew me in. I don't know if it's like that little Saltbox house, you know, being from New England, those are very prevalent out there, or the moon. I don't know. I just think it's really different, unusual, and cool. Okay, another Plum Street sampler is another turkey. Really like stitching turkeys too, so got that one. And then my last purchase from Cobweb Corner, I got the Winds of Autumn book by Blackbird Designs. I've been wanting this book for years. Then I finally broke down and purchased it. So just a lot of really great, I think like every single pattern in here I love and I want to stitch at some point. So those were all of my purchases since I saw you last. I haven't gotten any of my Fabric of the Month clubs in yet, but those should be coming, I think, in the next, well, one will be here in a couple of days and the other one not until the end of the month. But so those were all of my purchases. And then plans, I have a lot of ideas running through my head, things that I would like to do, but nothing that I've like cemented down. Like for 2025, I don't know. Do you have your 2025 plans all set? I'm still ruminating, trying to figure it out. I know I might do WIPCO next year. I tried it a couple years ago and I just kind of didn't stick to it. So I might try it again. And I have some other ideas, but I'm still trying to work that out. But as far as like for the next couple of weeks, I think I'm gonna work on some more fall. I really, really want to get started on some Christmas. I have a lot of Christmas ornaments I would like to make, but I don't know, maybe I will start some of those early. We'll see. I don't know. It's, you know, I make plans and then I don't end up doing most of them. What I need to do is just make a big huge note with all my plans and stick it somewhere where I can see it every day, because I make plans and then I completely forget about them. So then I end up doing just whatever the heck I want. Oh, Jingle Ball though, that's I'm going to the Jingle Ball. Is anybody else going? I'm so excited. This will be my 3rd year, and it's always so fun. I just sit right here all weekend long. I really enjoy the meet and greets and all of the fun videos that they do. I did buy one class. It's the Gingerbread House by the Tiny Modernist. So I tried to print it out the other day and found out I was out of ink. So I did have to go buy more ink, and I need to go print that out today when I'm done here. So I'm going to start with that one. I really want to do the Liz Matthews star ornament as well, but I figured I'm just going to do one for now, see if I can get it stitched by the Jingle Ball, and if I do, then I'll go and I'll purchase another one. They're all PDFs, so you can, because all of the kits, I think most all of the kits might be sold out. I don't know, but I was just planning on doing PDFs anyway and kitting it up myself. So you can just buy the PDF anytime up until the Jingle Ball. So if I finish the Gingerbread House, then I might try the star also. So yeah, if anybody's going to the Jingle Ball, let me know. I think I'm going to be in the Southwest stitching table to meet up with some people. So, you know, stop by, say hi if you're going to be attending the Jingle Ball. I wanted to share a favorite thing. Actually, I was going to share this in my last video, but the video went so long that I didn't end up sharing it. But this can be Stitchy related or everyday life related, but this is called a Rocket Book. And it is a erasable notebook. So I am the type of person that likes to make lists. I make a lot of lists, and I like put them on sticky notes, and I got pieces of paper all over my house, you know, with all these like to-do lists or things that I need to purchase, and, you know, just ideas and things that I just put on little pieces of paper, and then they wind up paper all over my house. So this is an erasable book. So you use a friction pen. This is an erasable friction pen. It's got an eraser on the end, and it also comes with like a little microfiber cloth that you can dampen and then easily erase everything in the book. But you open it up and this is what it looks like on the first page. So you could use this for work if you wanted, or you could use it for personal reasons, but this page says like project, a task, due date, estimated time. I haven't used this page yet, but then there's weekly calendars, and then here's another maybe for work or something. It says objectives and reflections, action plan, key results. I don't really use that page either, but then there's all of these blank pages, and there's a QR code. So like, I don't know, if you're a writer or something and you write a bunch of stuff down, and then you can scan the QR code, and there's an app. It will go straight to the app, so you can actually have a digital copy of it. But I just use this for like a to-do list. I just love the crossing stuff off my to-do list, you know. So I make a big to-do list, I cross it off, and then when everything's done, I erase it all. Or when most things are done, I'll just erase it all, and then I'll start a new list. But I keep things in this book, like some passwords for random, you know, websites, like cross-stitch websites that you need passwords for. Like I think Modern Folk Embroidery, I had to have a password for that, and the Daily Cross-Stitch website where you could get some free patterns, I had a password for that. So just, I can't remember all these passwords. I have to write them down. And then just like, I've got a list of all of my favorite Flosstubers. This list is needs to be updated. I have a lot more I need to add to that. I keep, let's see, a list of recipes that I want to try. My son is very, very picky. We tend to eat the same thing every week, so I'm trying to find new things to make. And then I got my to-do list, my travel bucket list. I have like some interior design ideas, some paint colors that I like, and then like my travel bucket list, places I want to go. Sorry, my handwriting is pretty messy. I can be neat when I want to, but if I'm writing quickly, it's messy. House projects, date ideas for me and my husband, just different places that we've heard about that we, you know, want to check out. I also do my acrostic for the magazine monthly challenge group. I do it in here, write it in here. Yeah, it's just 2024 New Year resolutions. Lose 15 pounds. I'm still working on that, and actually that amount has yeah. Find a local cross stitch group, which I did at the Silver State Stitch Shop. Reach out to Facebook friends, which I haven't really done, and then declutter and purge, which is a constantly ongoing situation at my house. And then I wrote, like, I was keeping track of my weight, so I have like my weight every week, and so yeah, it's just like everything all together in this one book instead of having pieces of paper all over the place. So I've had this for a couple years, and I love it. It's such a great, you can use it for like cross stitch plans or yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's just fun. Oh, another plan. I want to try this. This is wool applique. I've had this for a couple of years, and aren't those so cute? So I really want to try to figure this out. I've been saying that for years because I've had this for years, and I just haven't done it. But I need to keep it out so that I'm constantly looking at it, and you know, just say, okay, it's time to stop and do that. I guess that's pretty much it, all that I have. It's a short video today. I thought I had more, I don't know. I don't know why it's so short today, but some Flosstubers that I've been watching. Again, I haven't been watching a whole lot. I subscribed to the Hallmark channel this year, so I've been watching some Christmas movies, really trying to get into the Christmas spirit. I'm not there yet. I don't know, fall just went by so fast, and I love fall, so uh, I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit. So I've been trying to watch Hallmark Christmas movies. But some that I have been watching, Allison of Mrs. AZ Family Zoo Stitches. She just put out a new video a few days ago, and if you she has stitching and quilting, and she has some punch needles. So if you punch needle is something that you've been interested in trying, like me, she's got a lot of information, a lot of really good information in her last video. So go check her out. And then I've also been watching Joanne, the Story Stitcher. She is an author, and I've actually been listening to some of her books on Audible, and they're really good. I really enjoyed. I think the one with the lion heart, something about the lion heart, was really, really good. And right now I'm listening to another one, something Ridge, Blackberry Ridge or Blueberry Ridge, or can't remember the name of it, but I'm really enjoying those. And she's a new stitcher. She only just started stitching this past summer, so it's really fun to watch her because she's just so excited, enthusiastic about the craft, and she, learning. It's kind of neat to follow along as she's just learning all these new things. So definitely check her out. And then I've been watching Chris, the camping stitcher. I've been watching her for a long time, but she has a new design out. It's really, really cute. So actually, when I go print out my gingerbread house, I'm going to print that one out. It's a Christmas, like a holiday theme. And then I saw Julie, Kansas City Girl in the Colorado World, just put a new one out today. So I'm really excited to go watch hers tonight. She's one of my absolute favorites. I love her. I don't know, she's just a really cool person. Okay, so I guess that's all that I have for you today. I'm really surprised that it's so short, but I guess that's not a bad thing. Last weekend, Friday morning, my husband decided to stay home from work, and I was asking him, well, what should we do this weekend? Because it was a long weekend here in the States. We had Monday off for Veterans Day. And we've been wanting to do a lot of like house projects. There's a lot of things that need to be done around here. So we decided to paint this room. It's our loft. So this half of the room is my stitchy area, my craft area, and then the other half is where my husband and my sons play video games. And we've lived in this house 10 years, and this room was never painted. It was always the original color from when we bought it. So we painted it. He ended up taking Friday off, so he painted most of the day Friday, and then I helped him. I was able to get off a little bit early, so I helped paint some Friday night, and then I did the rest of it on Saturday. And I had to take everything out of this room, and I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to reorganize and declutter, because I just have half a room and I have a lot of stuff and it's really cluttered. And I put it all back together. I kind of pretty much put it back together the way it was, because I guess that worked for me. I haven't decided what I'm going to do here yet, though. I had those little square shells. I think I might put them. I have a side wall over here by the window, so I might hang them up there. And then this bigger wall, I think I might make it like a cross-stitch bird wall. Haven't quite decided yet. And then there's like across from me where my family plays their video games, there's a whole huge wall over there. So I have to figure. I've got a lot of cross-stitch pieces. Maybe I don't know. I asked them if they had anything in mind that they wanted to hang up there, and they said no. So I might take it over with my cross-stitch. We'll see. But the color is yellow. It's called Buffertown Bluff, or Chestertown Buff. And it's the same color that we have downstairs in our living room and dining room. And you can't, I guess it's kind of getting blown out. It probably doesn't look too much different than it did before, but it's a pretty color. I like it. So yeah, I'm just now pretty much getting it back together, put back together, and trying to declutter and get rid of stuff. And I managed to get rid of maybe 2 boxes of stuff, but it's really hard because like I love all my stuff. I don't want to get rid of it, but it's a lot. So I just, you know, I'm trying to get rid of some things. So I guess that's all I have, and I'll probably be back maybe in a couple weeks. We'll see. 2-3 weeks is usually my time frame. I hope you all have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving if you're in the States, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.